So what has life been like with the new Tesla so far for me? First of all, a little history. This is a 2024 Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive, and it is my first ever electric vehicle. Never owned one before. I had a hybrid. It was a Toyota Prius. Love that car, but this is so much better. It's awesome. First of all, the acceleration. I mean, it's instant for the most part. Not for the most part. It really is instant. You step on the accelerator and you go. 0 to 60 in this car is 5.8 seconds. Now, I remember 100 years ago, if you had a sub 6 second 0 to 60 car, you had a really fast car. I mean, this is faster than all of the old muscle cars and Ferraris and exotics and all those cars. Not the new ones, of course, but nonetheless, it gets up and goes, and it is fun to drive. If you're an acceleration junkie like I am, I like to go quick off the line. Not so quick that I'm peeling out, burning the tires, anything like that, but I like to go. There's nothing worse than having a vehicle where you step on the gas and it hesitates or it lags. It's a bummer. Love that. One of the things about this car that you have to get used to, that you're going to notice right off the bat, is its regenerative braking feature. It has regenerative braking, and what that means is that as soon as you let off the accelerator, the car is grabbing. That's the best way I can explain it. It grabs. It starts to slow down. Now, you can time it, and it doesn't take a lot of practice. I just did it. You can time it so that when you're pulling up to a stoplight, like what I just did, you'll actually stop without ever having to touch the brakes. That's why the brakes on Teslas last so long, because you really never have to use them. Only if you are driving too fast, I think, when approaching a stop, or if there's an emergency situation and you need to slam on the brakes for some reason. Otherwise, the regenerative braking feature is going to take care of it for you. Now, something I want to point out, the purpose of the regenerative braking is to regenerate the battery, to charge the battery, if you will. I haven't noticed any increase in battery charge while driving around and using the regenerative brakes. Nothing. So I'm sure it's adding some small point something percentage of a charge or a volt, but it's nothing that I have noticed so far. So I'm not really sure, other than not having to use the brakes, what it does, but that's the purpose of it. Love that feature now. Got used to it really quick, and I gotta say, when I jump into my other vehicle, which is a Toyota Tacoma, it's weird having to use the brakes after driving this car around. How about charging? What about the fear of running out of power? Because I think that's one of the big things that people worry about with any electric vehicle, Tesla or any other, is what happens if you run out of juice. Well, I'm here to tell you, not a big deal for me. I haven't had any issues like that, although I use the car primarily for running errands, commuting, things like that. I don't use it a lot or at all for any kind of long distance trip. And long distance, I mean where you become a road warrior and you're out there driving for hours and hours. Obviously, if you're going to do that, then you're going to have to stop and charge somewhere. I'm not a fan of that. I really don't want to have to sit at a supercharger, hopefully a supercharger, somewhere and wait while the car charges. So for me, if I had to go on a long distance trip, I would take one of my other vehicles. I would not take the Tesla. But I have to say, it is great for all other types of driving, commuting, errand running, just out joyriding or making videos like I am right now. Love it for that. Nice and comfortable, and that's another thing. Is it comfortable inside? You know, really, the cab of the Tesla is pretty darn minimal. I mean, you have a steering wheel with no stalks or anything, and a screen. That's about it. Everything else is either tucked in and hidden or out of view. You don't really have anything else that you have to deal with. I like that. I like the minimalistic approach that Toyota is using, and I think it suits driving perfectly. I really do. You don't need all the other stuff in the car. And you do have a voice operation function as well. You can kind of tell the car what to do, some functions. I find it is a bit limited. There are some things I would like to be able to tell the car to do that it doesn't respond to. I think that's just a matter of maybe an improvement to the system or just adding more features on the part of Tesla. As far as maintenance costs and things like that, although I haven't had the car very long, so whether it's gas or not, I wouldn't run into any maintenance issues. But down the road, I don't have any oil changes. I don't have to screw with fluids, really, other than brake fluid maybe, which is years, or windshield wiper fluid, which you'd want to take care of no matter what vehicle you're driving in, right? You've got tires, windshield wipers, brake fluid, cabin air filter, and that's it. Most everything that needs to be done, like windshield wipers, windshield wiper fluid, tire pressure, you can take care and should take care yourself as opposed to paying somebody to do it. Love the car. I think it is freaking awesome. I did have to have a home charger installed. It's not something you have to do. I mean, you could plug with a wall plug, your normal 110 plug, but keep in mind, if that's your plan and you're thinking you're going to do that, you're going to be disappointed because it takes a long time to charge the Tesla on a standard 110 outlet at home. Do yourself a favor, pony up the $400 to probably $600 and have an electrician come, unless you're talented enough yourself. Have an electrician come and install one of those in your garage. I can charge my car from about 50% to 100% in about 4 hours. So easily done overnight, or even at some point during the day where I'm not going to be driving for a while. Not really a big deal. Overall, this car is awesome so far. I highly recommend it if your driving is primarily commuting back and forth to work, maybe running errands, things like that. It's going to save you a lot of money to charge this car from about 50% to 100%, and I do charge to 100%, by the way. I know the theory out there is to charge to 80%, but that's on the other style battery. I have the new battery system in this car. I can't remember what it's abbreviated, LPD, or I don't know, whatever it is. But it's the newer style battery in the rear wheel drive Tesla Model 3, and it's perfectly fine to charge it up to 100%. But anyway, it cost me about $4. $4 to charge this car up from 50%. Can't beat that as compared to going to a gas station. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're driving a Tesla, would you go back to anything else, or at least not have one in your fleet? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.